Hello. So today we are going to cover completing square. What is this completing square and why do we need it? It's a very important topic. It's basic for quadratics. If you're dealing with quadratic equations, then you should know what is completing square. So we have discussed in one of the previous videos that one quadratic equation can be written in many ways, right? One was standard form, another one was factored form, and the third form is called as vertex form. Just as a reminder, I'm showing you how does vertex form looks like. It looks like y is equal to a x minus h square plus k. And what is vertex? If you don't know, please see that video. Then next one is standard form. How does standard form looks like? Same equation can be written in three forms. So what is completing square? Completing square is a method where we change standard form into what? Into vertex form. Okay, how does standard form looks like now? It looks like y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. It's same as someday where we wear different clothes and on the other day we wear different clothes, but we are still same. Same thing here. One equation can be written in two ways. One is vertex, another is standard. What is completing square? It is a method of changing standard form into vertex form. Completing square is nothing but just a method of changing standard to vertex form. Sometimes we know we have to use completing square, but we don't really get why do we need to use it. So that is the whole purpose, so that we can directly change. Okay, let's take one simple example. If I'm writing y is equal to 2x squared plus 6x minus 8. Let's suppose this is my standard form equation. Now I want to write this in vertex form. Why do we need vertex form? Vertex form is a simpler form. Like standard is a little complicated. It looks easier, but it is complicated because it doesn't really convey much information about quadratic, about the graph. But on the other hand, if we have vertex form, we can directly find out what is vertex of my function. Vertex means if this is my parabola, it directly tells me what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value, what is the equation of axis. So these things I can easily locate from vertex form. But on the other hand, it is harder to find out from the standard form. Okay, so now let's take this question where I'm going to change this into vertex by using completing square. So what do we need to do? Take this 2 common. This is the very important rule we need to keep in our mind whenever we are doing completing square. The a value means the coefficient of x squared, the number that is written with x squared should always come out. You can see here, if you look here in the vertex form, there is no number with the x. When we keep making that bracket, that little house, there's no number with the x. So same thing we need to do now. There should not be any number sitting next to x. So I'll bring this 2 common from these two terms, right? From 2x squared and 6x, I'll take 2 out. So when 2 will come out, what will I be left with? I'll be left with x squared plus 3x. Is it good? How am I left with 3 here? From 6x, 6 can be written as 2 times 3. So if 2 has gone out, what will I be left with? 3x. And here I'll have minus 8. So now it is still not looking similar to this form. What do we need to do? We have learned these two identities. If you don't remember, I'm just going to give you a quick recap. How do they look like? This is the first identity we have, which goes like this: a squared plus b squared plus 2ab is equal to a plus b whole square. Sometimes in the rearranged form, they write it like this also: a square plus 2ab, oopsie, and plus b squared is equal to a plus b squared whole squared. So this is my first identity. And what is the second identity? It is a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to a minus b whole square. So what is the purpose of these identities? I'll just keep them here. You can have a look at it whenever you need to. Okay, what is the purpose of these identities now? Wherever I'm going to see this, immediately replace it with this. Wherever I'm going to see this, immediately replace with this form. That's it. Because once we will replace in this format, you can see this one has so much resemblance with this part, isn't it? See? So that's the purpose of completing square. We have x square, we have a number also. What is missing is b square. If somehow we get b square, we have our answer. So what will we are going to do? We're going to do half of 3. So 2 here, x squared, half of 3 is 3 over 2, plus 3x, which can be written as 1.5. So I'll write plus 1.5 squared and minus 1.5 squared. Because if I'll add and subtract same number, it's not going to impact my whole equation or my whole expression. So now I need these 3. This 1.5 we don't need to make a complete square. So if you compare, this x square is my a square, this is my b square, and this one is 2ab. Remember, I told you wherever you see it, immediately change it. So we are going to change it immediately in the completing square form. So how would it look like? My a is x and my b is 1.5. Don't forget to put the square. You can see now. So much of resemblance, right? And then this minus 1.5 whole square minus 8. Almost there, just last step. First, we will open up this part. We'll get 2.25. And this will come as it is here. And then minus 8 here. Now I need to open the bracket. Why do I need to open the bracket? Because a only gets multiplied by this in the final format. So I'll open my bracket, distribute this 2. What will I get? Let's have a look at our final result. So what will be my final result? I'll get 2x plus 1.5 whole squared negative. Now 2 will get multiplied with that, right? So I'm going to get 450 and a decimal here, minus 8. Minus 8 here. All right. Both are negative. I'll add them, 12.50. So this is my final vertex form. From here, I can easily find out my vertex, which is minus 1.5 and minus 12.50. This is the vertex. So what does vertex tells us? It just tells us what is the minimum point of my parabola. So hope this video is informative. If you will have anywhere any doubt, feel free to comment, ask questions. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.